viewing over the position versus time graph. So the key terms, there's three in particular that we're going to review over. So for a position time graph, okay, this just shows the position of an object as a function of time. Okay, and so that's position time graphs. And then we have the reference points. So this is how we describe the position of the object, is based off of the reference point. And so this is the horizontal axis, or the x-axis, of the position time graph. Okay, so that's reference points, and then we have the slope. So the slope of the graph gives velocity of the object. Okay, and so the velocity of the object, the average velocity, is equal to the change in position. So position 2 minus position 1, or the ending position to the starting position, from time 2, so ending time minus starting time. Okay, or simplified, we can have that the average velocity is change in position over change in time. Okay, moving on, it says describe with the aid of diagrams how the slope of a position time graph relates to the object's average velocity. Include horizontal lines and lines with negative slope. Okay, so starting our graph. Okay, this is our time and our position. Okay, if we have on the graph just a horizontal line, okay, so horizontal line. Okay, this just means that the object is stopped. Okay, and so if we look, the slope is 0, which means that our velocity is 0, which makes sense because we're stopped. Okay, so basically the position doesn't stop. So it does, or does not change any over time. Okay, so they're staying in that one position for a period of time. Okay, for our next graph, let's do a positive slope. So T, change in position, we have positive slope. Okay, so because it is a straight line, it's moving with constant velocity. in the positive direction. Okay, and so the slope here is greater than 0. Okay, and an important thing to note that the steeper the line, or the larger the slope, the faster the object, okay, or the greater the velocity is going to be. Okay, and then for our last one, time and position, we're going to have a negative slope. Okay. So it's moving with a constant velocity still, because it's a straight line. But it's in the negative direction. Okay, and same thing, the steeper the line, the faster it's moving for it. Okay, one thing to note, okay, when it starts at time 0 away from the x-axis, this means that it's starting away from the reference point. Okay, so it actually starts away from the reference points and is moving towards the reference point. Here, it gets to the reference point, and then it starts moving in the opposite direction away from the reference point.